Today we will be comparing two cars that are near and dear to my heart. My old NB Miata track prepped build and my new to me Honda S2000. I built my Miata with all the go fast bits to set down reliable and fun track times. It's got RE71 RSs, it's got Zetas, it's got a good alignment, 6-point bucket seat, 6-point harness, bucket seats, cooling mods, anything and everything to have fun and to go fast reliably. The S2000 has lowering springs, the staggered factory wheel and tire setup, G-Lock R8 brakes, and ultra high performance summer tires, Conti ECS. We're going to compare the two laps at one of my favorite tracks, Thunderhill East, and see how these two cars do. Very similar lap times. So starting here with the Miata, probably 106 VMAX. Drama free into turn one. The car is very planted. The Zetas do their job and they do it very, very well. Almost to the point where it tunes out a lot of the fun in the car, unfortunately. I set this car up to be very neutral, and maybe, after I'm reviewing all this footage, it has a slight bias towards understeer at the limit. Like right here, there's no rotation that's really happening. I'm flat throughout all the S's here, pretty much. Over this hill, very confidence inspiring with the Zetas. I never lift my foot off the gas. I lift, but I keep about 30% of the throttle on for maintenance throttle to keep that weight in the rear. I'm never lifting fully. Here, into turn 6, really nothing to report. We're just here, we're doing it. I mean, this car is very slow, so these straightaways are fun because I can never reach these speeds at the highway. So when I go to East, I'm excited because I can hit 90 miles an hour. It's very slow. Bad approach in turn 9. I do this in the S2000 as well. I don't know if I'm not braking hard enough. Maybe I'm braking too much. I'm not sure. It's very sloppy. Looks like into turn 10. Yeah, you see, it's understeering a bit at the limit. I don't know if that's on me. They don't understeer with that trail brake again. Over the green, the Zetas eat it. The Zetas really made this car, if I'm being completely honest. That's something I'm a little scared of with the S2000. I wonder if I get really good suspension, it'll just tune out a lot of the fun in the car. Very deep trail brake here. I popped the car out of gear despite doing motor mounts, diff mounts, and shifter bushing. I guess it's just driver error. At one point you just blame the driver. That's all my fault. On the straightaway, taking forever, by the way. 90-ish wheel horsepower, very slow, but I'm happy. 209, very happy, very pleased. I've wanted this lap time for a very, very long time. I'm so glad that I got it before I jumped in the S2000. Speaking of the S2000, it looks like a VMAX of 115, so you can see that the car is way faster than the Miata. And it's also a bit unstable. I'm running a no-toe alignment compared to the NB on the Zetas. It doesn't really compare. Here I'm looking through the turn, which helped a lot, but still kind of sliding all over the place again. Ultra high performance summer tires, staggered setup. You gotta learn to drive around that. I am not flat for the S's here by any means. I'm lifting, doing very slight brake taps to pitch the front end. And here, the compression on 5, the car did not like it. The suspension, the OEM dampers are not built for this type of load. And it showed a lot on this track day, even with the Swift springs. So again, it's just call for some decent coilovers. And of course, dialing in a little bit of toe for that high speed stability here. Turn 7, I am lifting and tapping the brakes. I am not ashamed to admit that. In between 4th and 5th gear here, don't feel like it's necessary to short shift from the 5th. A very bad approach into turn 9, the hill. There's an issue with the Miata, it's an issue with the S2000. Driver error, not perfect. Braking here into 10. Decent trail brake, I would say. It looks like it's understeering a little bit. And then this really threw my chances out of 209. You can see that I was up about a second, and then I dropped back down to, low 9/10. Yeah, that wasn't good. Stock dampers should not be touching curbs with this car. Again, criminal understeer here. If you're going to track a stock S2000, get ready to understeer. Get ready to learn to drive around it because it is a thing. Good exit here. My hands hurt from just chopping wood throughout this whole lap time. But this is fun. It's fast. It's exciting. The way that this car delivers the power is so exciting. 209.2. I cannot complain. So now we're going to be jumping into the two cars. Miata on top, S2000 on the bottom. Look at the difference in the seating position. I feel like I'm sitting on top of the S2000 here, and I'm recessed really well in the Miata. That plays a really big role in how you interact with the car. The seat is so important. Here the Miata is very planted compared to the S2000, which is no surprise there. I'm counter steering all over the place, even at the apex. Better line as well in the Miata than in the S2000, I would say. Now looking at this for the 500th time. S2000 is behind the Miata a little bit. They're close. They're really, really close. But you can see here, just look at how much the bottom is shaking. The S2000 damper is just not built for this load. Miata is gaining on the S2000 through turn 6. Oh my gosh, big correction there. Yeah, it's gaining. This backside though, now it seems like things are kind of equalizing a little bit. The Miata's flat through here. I'm braking just a little bit of a brake and a lift. Again, I'm okay. I'm man enough to admit that. Here in both cars, I just do not execute this approach well, but I think I have a better line in the S2000 here on the right-hand side using more of a track than in the Miata. Interesting. S2000 carries a lot more speed down this hill. It's much harder on the brakes too. Brakes are a big issue on the S2000. They're undersized, they overheat, it's a handicap. S2000, again, threw that lap for a 208 with that curb shenanigan. But on the backside, here as we approach the Motorsports Bridge, is right when they start to become neck and neck. I think the S2000 is gaining on the Miata here ever so slightly. So where the S2000 understeers, the Miata misshifts. But I make it up in the S2000 with a much better exit. Something I've emphasized after getting some coaching is like this exit is like the most important exit on this track because you got a 10-mile long straightaway here. Yeah, S2000 beat it by just a few hairs, and really good comparison, really fun. Two really awesome cars, and I'm so glad that I had the opportunity to track both of these cars and to compare them like this.